I want to talk about this before ending the episode. Another massive container ship coincidentally lost power near NYC's Verrazano Bridge. I don't think I'm saying that right. But now we've had a, quote, rare incident of these massive cargo ships losing power coincidentally near bridges. And it appears more likely that China was behind these attacks and is testing out its cyber technology on us. There's more and more people believe that the AT&T incident a couple months ago was a Chinese cyber attack. Also, there was that intel report from the NFSC claiming that China used its remote towing technology to take out that bridge in Baltimore. And now you just had another cargo ship, a massive cargo ship, much bigger than the one in Baltimore, I believe, losing its power right near a bridge. So it appears more and more likely that China is behind these attacks. And the experts who know the CCP and know their technology and their tendencies they're saying themselves that this is China. These are attacks from China. And that on top of these random de-escalatory attempts from the United States with China. You had a trip to China from Janet Yellen today. And it seems more and more likely that these claims are true when you have the government trying to de-escalate with China and bow down and kiss their feet, And China has basically responded with saying stuff like, we're number one now. You need to stop being bitter about it and launching trade wars against us and white-knuckling it, not letting us, basically just says stuff of stop being bitter that we're surpassing you sort of rhetoric. And, blaming us for launching a full-fledged trade war with us and, they're not taking the route of wanting to get peace, and we're kind of just bowing down saying, we're so sorry, how can we fix this? And it's the same situation what we're doing with Iran and the Middle East is the same thing we're doing with China. We're showing weakness to our enemies, and this is what you get. So if this is true that China is behind these bridge incidents, especially the one in Baltimore, that these are declarations of war. I mean, these are terrorist attacks, especially at a strategic port like the one in Baltimore. I mean, so much of global trade comes through that port, including military equipment to Ukraine coming out of that port. I mean, these are terrorist attacks to hurt trade, not only with the U.S., but globally. That's a declaration of war. And if the United States government didn't know that, I'm assuming they did if they're having these de-escalatory trips to China, trying to improve relations, coincidentally at the same time of these attacks. I'm thinking that they know that they were behind this, and we're taking the weakness route of trying to talk things out with them, and it's not going to work. China is just going to continue to test out its cyber abilities on us, and they've even launched attacks on infrastructure grids like power plants and power grids. So what are they testing out? Obviously, they're trying to test out their abilities on us to do something, not something good either. So continued weakness from Joe Biden towards our enemies is who we have to thank for this. So I just wanted to mention that to say, looks like another container ship was victim to this remote towing technology from China potentially. Nothing's confirmed. I don't think anything will be confirmed of that from the U.S. government because they don't want us to think that Biden's weak and that countries like China are launching a war against us. But read between the lines and put the pieces of the puzzle together, it looks more and more likely that China is launching these attacks on us and testing out its cyber attack abilities on us.